2-2.
I'm not sure why they turned off the live stream, but if you guys are just tuning into this video, this is the continuation of the last live stream that was started. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, hopefully we're live. Sorry about that.
And will be Spire to pitch the 8th now. Was a chance to put the Mariners in front. Instead, he spins around, whiffs on a splitter, and there is out number 2. Hope you can stick around after the game. We'll have Mariners postgame presented by Emerald Queen Casino. Joe Spot is going to his bullpen. Brian King is coming on. He will face J.P. Crawford. Pitching change in a tied 7th.
Yeah, I don't know, RC. I don't know what happened, but they turned us off. But we're back. So you guys see what I was saying about the over, right? All right. There was no score, but yeah, they had the over and under at 2.5. Now in the next inning, what happened? Both teams scored 1 run. So now they have to score 3, right? So we basically already cashed the over. That over 2.5, we already cashed it because one of these two teams has to score for the game to end, right? Now, obviously, we want the Mariners to score because that way we can cash the parlay. And it's just that simple, you guys.
Presented by Adidas is back this season at T-Mobile Park. You can grab main level seats in center field for any game, and on Tuesdays and Fridays, score your own No Fly Zone t-shirt. Mariners.com/JRod to get your tickets.
Brian King comes in. He's got a 4-seamer, slider, and a sinker to face J.P. Crawford.
They appeal. He does not go. It's ball 1. Big run out there at second base from Luke Raley. Go ahead run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. King made his debut last year. Part of the opening day bullpen this year for the Astros. Three balls and a strike. Top of the order due up next. Three one. The payoff to JP. Off the plate. Left on left walk for J.P. Crawford.
That was a good at-bat by J.P. laying off that last pitch. Awfully tight. That'll bring up Dylan Moore.
Two outs, 2 on, all tied. The Mariners may just play every game like this all season. There doesn't seem to be another way. Down the line and foul. Looked like that got in on him a lot. Good numbers this year against lefties for Dylan Moore. You know, that's the second time Dylan has had a pitch off the plate go against him, with a man in scoring position both times also.
We have seen a number of those here tonight for sure.
He calls for time. Last time it was in the 5th with Bliss at second base.
And we've seen them all around the zone. We've seen some ones up high, some down low get called for strikes, as well as that last pitch here off the plate.
Raley at second, the 1-2. He swings through an elevated fastball, and Dylan, I think that is about that pitch 2 pitches ago more than anything else.
Yeah, so we basically already cashed the over 2.5. We were just waiting for the Mariners to take the lead and close the game out. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. They just turned off the stream. Probably because, you know, they don't want us here. Clearly, they don't want us here. And the funny part is when you go back live, you know, people don't get notified. Obviously, only 8 people on the stream. Oh man, this channel, I'm gonna have to start a new channel, man, because this channel has been, they have ruined it, man. Nobody gets notified, man. And I know this is the case because like on my phone I have a different account. I have my kids' account, and my kids are subscribed to my channel, and they don't get a notification when I go live. So I know for a fact that is what's going on. Thanks a lot, King Twister. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks a lot, RC. Yeah, we got the over. You know, that's why sometimes it's good not to parlay and just to do separate bets. Because, you know, now it doesn't even matter who wins. You already cashed 1 ticket. But I am confident that the 56 doesn't play. Because again, it's a very shaky number, man.
Everything I've always felt about Munoz, he's good.
Astros know that well. Paredes looks at a first pitch strike. You've got Alvarez on deck. Trying to keep the bases empty for him. Tom Canzone has taken over in right field. Raley has moved from right to first base. Solano was lifted for a pinch hitter. Oh, 2. Everything has come out so crisp from Spires so far this year. That velo at 96. He had a great spring, and it has transitioned into April now. Fly ball, Randy giving ground in front of the warning track. 1 out.
And it's so important to be able to have somebody from the left side and the right side down in your bullpen. As that game starts coming towards a close, you got tough hitters like this guy right here. As I mentioned earlier, career against the Mariners, a 990 OPS.
Hall of Fame numbers right there. Now this is the matchup. Good start. If you are Gabe Spire and the Astros come to town, you know that you have one task, and that is get this man out.
And you're following the lineup going, okay, when's he coming up this inning? All right, I got to start getting my mind ready.
High target from Garver. Oh and 2. Alvarez, not just a slugger, one of the game's great hitters. Trying to put him away.
Yeah, I saw a note on him earlier today. He was the #1 hitter on the road in the American League. Hit .333.
Not surprising. 1-2. Deep backhand bliss, sets his feet, slips as he throws, stretched by Raley. 2 outs.
Ooh, that was not looking good as that right foot gave out on Ryan Bliss. He goes hard towards his backhand, and just as he tries to get his feet underneath him, that right foot gives way, but he's still able to keep his balance and get off the throw to Luke Raley.
Everything looks all right over there. That's a huge second out. Here is Christian Walker. Strike 1 to all 3 batters from Spire. This is the 3rd batter for Gabe Spire. Vargas is warming. You've got Pena, a right-handed hitter, due up next. This very well could be the last batter one way or another for Spire. Fly ball straightaway center field. Julio is on the track. Ballpark holds it for out number 3. Gabe Spire, a scoreless 8th. This game remains tied.
Yeah, I think the game is either going to end 3-1 or 2-1 on the 21 date numerology, or 3-1 because Houston, he likes 31. You know, that is their number. Like yesterday, the Florida Gators became 3-1 in games decided by 3 points or less. 3-1, and they, of course, they beat Houston by 2 points. King Twister says he asked the Celtics to repeat. The thing is it's the 79th NBA season, and that's a huge number with LeBron James. So I think one of the teams, or maybe both of the teams that are there, are going to be LeBron connected. Maybe Cavaliers, maybe Lakers, maybe Cavs versus Lakers. But they're definitely paying tribute to LeBron James during this season. No doubt about that. Cavs having the best season since LeBron was there. And the Lakers not doing that bad as well. But I don't think the Lakers can beat an Oklahoma City Thunder team, 4 out of 7 games. I don't know if that can happen. But I don't know anybody in the East that can mess with the Cavaliers right now. No, not the way they're playing. All right, so we at the bottom of the 8th. We predicted that the Mariners might win 2-1 before this. Actually, in the other stream, they got tarnished by YouTube. So let's see if the Mariners score another run and then end it in the top of the 9th.
But the King is still out on the mound and faces Julio.
Let's get a home run, Julio.
0-2.
Yeah, back in the first inning, Julio hit a missile to right field. Actually right center field, and he was robbed of an extra base hit. Mariners could use that extra base hit right now.
King was very good against right-handed hitters last year. Just missing. Good take from Julio. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Backdoored that slider, and Julio just got enough to stay alive.
Well, that's the approach you want to have right here on King with 2 strikes. Take him back up the middle. Right center field should be Julio's approach.
Big chopper to Pena. Chest high. Leadoff man retired. That brings up Cal Raleigh. No bad right-handed. You know, strange. You look at the numbers last year for King, and he made fewer than 30 appearances in his first season of the big leagues. But you know, we've seen his fastball. It's gotten up to the mid-90s, but it's also been 91, 92. Last year, right-handed hitters hit under 180 against his fastball. Must be something to it.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of deception right there coming out. Let's see if he hides the ball well before the hitter can actually see the pitch, see the release point.
Got a piece of Lance Barrett, home plate umpire.
Right off the old noggin.
Now I know you don't know what that feels like, but
I'm curious, like how many concussions I must have had. You know, there's a lot of times my bell got rung. I still have an old mask where those were the big heavy iron ones, where the front was the part where I was looking out got scrunched down. I was like, boy, it's getting harder and harder to see here.
Wall. Cal Raleigh chugs into second base. Mariners in business. It's a stand-up double.
There's the approach we're talking about right there off of King. Cal Raleigh just hits a missile out there into right center field. This pitch is actually off the plate. Cal barrels it up and drives it all the way out to the wall in right center field for a stand-up double. You know, when it's done right, it just kind of looks easy, doesn't it?
Randy takes inside, ball 1. That was on the corner. You can see Diaz react a little bit there. He wanted that call to strike. Instead, it's 2-0. It's a big swing. Mariners have the go-ahead run at second base. 3-0. Garver on deck.
The speedy Garver.
That's right. Astros bullpen is up. Taking 3-1.
M's got that clutch hit last night from Polanco.
Full count, 1 out. Garver due up next. Ryan Gusto beginning to warm inside the Astros bullpen. 3-2. Swings right through it. And there's that 92-mile-an-hour fastball from King that right-handers have had a hard time with historically.
Yeah, if you look at his windup, maybe we can get a little pause right as that ball comes behind his head. I think it's a deception piece in his arm action where it's hard for the guys to see that release point.
Could take low, ball 1 to Garver, so they stick with King here. Mariners trying to cash in on a 1-out double from Cal Raleigh. He's the go-ahead run. Lands it for a strike.
You get a look at it right here. Take a look where that pitch comes from. That ball's behind his head for quite a while before that arm swing comes around. Anytime you see somebody throwing 92 miles an hour and hitters are consistently late, it's because they're not seeing where that ball is being released from at an early part in the windup.
I had one center cut there. That might be the best example of it.
Yes, that pitch was right down the middle to Mitch Garver. And he had a reaction as if it was a 100-mile-an-hour pitch.
Trying to bring Cal Raleigh home.
All right, hopefully they don't give us extra innings because I don't want to be here that long. But yeah, top of the 9th. Okay, so King Twist is saying that the Celtics can get their 19th championship. Doesn't want LeBron to tie with Kobe, and especially LeBron being in the Lakers uniform. We shall see what they do with LeBron. Yeah, right now the Astros and Mariners is a pick 'em. Yeah, this is a tough one because that 56 is there for the Astros to take advantage of, but I just hope they don't give us extra innings because it's getting late. I don't want to. I'll probably end the stream and then, I'll cover it tomorrow. If we win or lose, doesn't really matter. So let's see where they at with it. The nightclub tragedies. How many people so far? 79 people. When Jet Set is 79 and Murder 79 and Society of Jesus is 79 and 79 people. It makes me wonder if maybe they're lying about the amount of people that died.
Airline Rangers are in town. Mariners.com/tickets. Well, this is a new wrinkle. There's always a reason, whether we know it or not. But Vargas is on the mound here with Munoz having warmed up in the bottom of the 8th inning. But Vargas will pitch in a tied 9th game instead of the traditional move of going to your closer at home in the top of the 9th tied. That's ball 1 to Pena. Munoz pitched last night. It would be back-to-back days, but he was warming up, so he is clearly available. Before last night, he was down the previous 2 days. I suppose there is a difference between available and would rather not have to use. Maybe.
But it's surprising that he got up to get loose and then not being put in the ball game here. I mean, the thinking obviously on that is bring in your best so that you have a chance to win in the bottom of the 9th. And then what goes on after that?
Yes.
you know, you
play it out,
guys
man.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the classic situation. You don't want to lose the game when you have your best available and was not used, right? I mean, that's the thinking. But Vargas on the mound instead of the Mariners closer here.
And Munoz, of course, has not given up a run in 5 appearances so far this season.
A very ugly swing and a miss from Pena. 97-mile-an-hour gas from Vargas.
Great location on this pitch as well. They go to the outside corner, and Vargas hits it as Pena unable to catch up to this one. Way late on that fastball.
There's a strike to Rogers. JP low by the shoelaces, makes it look easy. 2 outs. That man is waiting, Josh Hader. And you know, this is the thing, right? If you fall behind here in the top of the 9th, now you're facing Hader and you have to score. That's what makes it problematic. But so far so good from Vargas. A little curious before the game if Hader would be available. 2 days ago he pitched 2 innings. In fact, he got the last 6 outs of that come from behind win in Minnesota for the Astros.
You don't see that too often anymore.
He recorded more outs than the Astros starter that day.
That's when the Astros scored 8 unanswered runs to get the come from behind win against the Twins.
Ground ball up the middle. Bliss charges, sets a 1-2-3 inning spun by Vargas, and it works out for the Mariners.
If it goes to extra inning, guys, I'm not gonna stay on the stream. I'm gonna watch it on the scoreboard from my bed because I'm getting a little tired. So, but hopefully, you know, they win, and if you guys took it, congratulations. If they come through, the Mariners. Okay. The mic keeps going on and off. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's not the mic. I think it's the stream. Oh, you're saying I should have the frame, the Westbrook hanging behind me. Shout out to Vincent, man. He gave me a gift. Something that I usually don't get gifts from nobody, but he sent me an autograph, Westbrook photograph, and a book. I actually have it hanging. Actually, let me show you guys. Let's see if I can. I don't know if it'll come out on the stream. I don't know if you can see it. Where is it? It's right. It's right there. You guys see it? It's right there. That. So. Thanks a lot, Vincent, for that gift, man. I appreciate that. I grew up a Russell Westbrook fan, and then I learned that he was all a joke, just like everybody else. Oh, my phone. The guy who had 42 triple doubles.
Averaging 97 miles an hour on the heater so far this year. Obviously, some guys it takes some time to build velocity, but right now he's averaging 95, so a couple of ticks slower. Still one of the game's best relievers, however. Slider velo down a little bit too early on this year. He'll face Dom Canzone. A run wins it for the Mariners. This is not the most comfortable left on left.
Absolutely not. Take a look at where he releases the ball. Kind of steps towards the first base side. 2 consecutive sliders to Canzone. A lot of movement right here on this slider. Big break and only 80 miles an hour.
Last year, Hader led all major league relievers in strikeouts. One, two.
4 consecutive sliders now to Dom.
There is not a right-hander on the bench for Dan Wilson. He froze him. Slider lands in the zone, and there's out number 1.
Such a tough pitch. He starts this ball right at Dominic Canzone, which automatically freezes him. And you can see how much movement that ball has as it comes right across the plate. But that initial look, it looks like it's coming right at you.
Now, this is not ideal. Back-to-back lefties to face Hader. Fastball at 93, mentioning that velocity being down. Does land it for a strike, however. On the ground at first base, Walker behind the bag, stumbles. 2 out.
Yeah, you guys, if it goes to extra inning, I'm gonna get off. But good luck if you guys took my advice. The Mariners in the over 2.5 runs. We look like we're in good shape. If it does go to extra innings, I think that the 2-1 score makes it looks even more promising. Because remember, a man starts on second base in extra innings. So let's see what happens with this batter.
I say that like all of a sudden it's like the magic pill. And now you can get a hit off of them. It's not that easy. He does not go.
All right, so we're going to extra innings, you guys. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. Good luck, and hopefully the Mariners come through, and you guys can cash out. Thanks a lot, Vince. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so good luck, everybody, and yeah, if the Mariners do win 2-1, another example of how they're rigging the games with the knowledge that we've been teaching for 7 years now. So, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and please hit the like, and thank you for the support. Peace.